Do you want me up here? Do you want me to sit?
Wow. So much food for thought. We're running over. Cody is very nice and lets us go over. So thank you, Cody. If you need to run, I give you permission to leave. But for those of you who want to do Q&A, I mean, how can we not do Q&A after a talk like this? I mean, it's just, so Cody, thank you for being so patient with us. I know we're running over.
Can I also just say before people leave, thank you for everyone that came. Thank you so much for giving me your time.
And take croissants when you leave. There's still lots of croissants out there. Okay, so now we're going to do like maybe 7 to 10 minutes of Q&A. Raise your hand if you have a question and we'll come to you. That's intimidating after all these questions, right? Okay.
If we can go back to the Jesus slide.
Yes. Oh, okay. Voila. Yeah.
Yeah, so something that I saw here was for like one's own personal struggle and battle with themselves is always like corruption or like entering that materialistic fantasy where you hold the wrong things as priorities. So here you see like silk or like some expensive clothing that like would demonstrate that he is wealthy, whereas Jesus is more humble and he has a different sort of wealth, which is the spiritual wealth of the inner peace. And the question is, what is your take on that?
I actually think that's a really interesting interpretation. It's a way of, and I think we could do this actually with a lot of things. We're never just one person, right? So what are the ways in which we are both figures in this image? In what places in our lives actually do we stand in Pilate's position, and in what places do we stand in the other position? I actually think that's a really actually great observation and question to elicit from that observation. How are we often more than one person at the same time? Thank you.
Thank you so much. You made me feel so many feels, or I felt so much.
Thank you.
Your last question at the end, which is, what kind of question would you like to be asked more often? Really, I felt so many things all over when I read it, and I'm curious if you would be willing to answer that.
Do I want to answer this question? You mean for myself? You mean in general?
Yeah, so what is one question you wish someone would ask you at least once or more often?
Yeah, I don't think I will answer that publicly, but that's why I raise it. Because this ties me back to where I started, in the sense of we both crave question asking and we're both afraid of it, right? Because question asking is a way towards being known, and to be known is one of the most powerful and deeply, I mean, I think when someone feels known, it can motivate you to do all sorts of things, because part of being known is being seen, right? And so I think we're all walking around with a question or questions that we wish people would ask us more, versus some of the series of questions we always get asked. Where are you from? What does your name mean? When did you come to this country? All sorts of things, right? But I'm glad that you felt the impact of that question, because I think it's a really powerful one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So could you go back to the We Belong picture, please?
Voila.
So this was, for me, the things that you spoke about when this picture was on the screen, I was thinking on a different, I took a different direction.
Okay.
So I think in life we're always, on a journey. We're always searching. When you get somewhere, you find that you're always looking to get somewhere else.
Absolutely.
So I saw the trains, the 2, 3, 4, 5, B, and Q. And I thought, well, there's no train that goes to where I live.
Huh.
Right? So that's what I was thinking. But, I'm on a journey of belonging, home, the trains. Can any train there get me home? That's what I thought.
Thank you. The only thing I'll say about that is, I think one element that is, I agree with, well, a lot of them, but one element specifically is that there are many, during different seasons of our lives, I think belonging can shift, like the spaces in which we belong. And there are ways, I think, that there are always spaces that we crave belonging or that we feel a deep belonging to, but I also feel like there are spaces that shift to, as far as either where we do belong or where we should belong, actually, where we should find and look for belonging. So I think belonging shifts as our journey continues. It happens both ways. Thank you. Okay, we have to wrap it up. Thank you so much. If you have more questions, ask each other. Thank you so much. Thank you so, so much.